Hello, hope your day is going fantastically well. It is my pleasure and honor to address us this afternoon. Distinguished professional and business executive, I say once again, good afternoon to you all. Uh, Today, I'll be discussing competitors' intelligence and consumer insight. Indeed, this is an interesting topic of a discourse for us this afternoon. And I say interesting because it is a very major part of every business to understand the competition's activity and as well as your consumers or customers, as you may want to use it. All right, their perspective about how they feel and their opinions and concerns. So it's a very good one. And I must say to us, even as we delve into this discussion, these are two sides of the divide, of business that you must pay attention to. The business, of course, is set up for profitability. But before your profit, there are stakeholders, there are people that are also involved whose concern, whose responsibility or satisfaction, as it were, must be given maximum attention. Your consumer, we want to do more, we want to get more, we want to buy more, but you need to understand how they feel. And you also need to understand the fact that you operate in a competitive environment, and so the activity of the consumer of your competitors, it were, need also a thorough understanding, and that is why my discussion this afternoon is going to tailor towards that direction. So, in a very brief discussion, I will quickly go through my content. And so, I said first, there's need for us to understand what it is that we call competitive intelligence. Right, so that will lay foundation for us to understand when we talk about the reason why and why we need to take on this part. So I say competitive intelligence sometimes refers to as corporate intelligence, refers to also the ability to gather, analyze, and use information collected on competitors, customers, and other market factors that contribute to the business competitive advantage. All right, so competitive intelligence is important because it helps business to understand their competitive environment and opportunities, as well as the challenges that abound within the business environment. So therefore, as a business analysis, business analyst analyze the information to create effective and efficient business practices. So for emphasis, I would say competitive intelligence is a process of collecting, analyzing, and using information about competitors or clients, as it may be, to improve your competitive advantage. Of course, you are not in business because you really want to compete, but you must understand that the business you are in, you have a lot of competitors. So it is better for you to understand your competitive environment, the challenges, the opportunities, and then use data properly to effectively strategize and get the best advantage. So some key takeaways from what I've defined, I'll say competitive intelligence refers to the ability to gather and use information on factors that affect a company competitive advantage. So what we are saying in essence is that when you gather those information, you should be able to use it to your own advantage over your competitors. And also we say organization analyze collected data and information to develop effective and efficient business practices. So there are effective and efficient practices that you can take advantage of, but you need to have this information, this data first, and process them so that you can then be able to take the best out of it. Again, competitive intelligence help you to classify, all right, the myopic oriented tactical intelligence or long-term focused strategic intelligence. So because you have a short run and long run strategic plan as a business, so you need to be able to determine or analyze which will be useful for the long run or the one that I'm using for immediate advantage. So we move on from here, and I quickly want to that lead us to the types of competitive intelligence that there exist. I said two of them, tactical and strategic. Right? So tactical intelligence is a shorter term and seek to provide input into issues such as capturing market share or increase revenue. So because every organization, the immediate interest, the immediate the challenge, as it were, is to see how they can boost their market share and also increase their revenue. But at the long run, which is the other the second type of competitive intelligence, which is strategic intelligence. Now, this focus on the long-term issues such as key risk and opportunity facing the enterprise. I mean, the global challenges, the continuity challenges. So these are more strategic intelligence that you also want to gather. So we move on again. I want to quickly discover that called the 7 sources of competitive intelligence. So there are sources through which you can gather or get your competitive intelligence, and I'll quickly share them. And number one of them is social media platform. Of course, some of us, a lot of us, as it were, businesses also leverage on social media. So it's an avenue through which we can enable us to compare our product or your product with that of competitors. So you get some feedback, and that can give you some insight, right, into some of the competitors' activities. So also we say site of the competitor, your website, business website. You can also enable to analyze their products and services, provide you with insight into their business. So you don't have to visit their location, physical location. You can also get some information and insight through the website. The next one I tag is syndicated research reports. Okay, these are reports crucial since they provide data on growth forecast. A lot of companies do their annual returns, or what you call AGM. They do some report which you can be able to gather some information about their performance and some the strategic information from there. The another one is also market testing. Okay, so businesses produce or initiate ideas, and sometimes they go for market testing, which is also helps you to monitor the campaign, all right, the activities of the competitor. I mean, that usually exposes that, oh, this company is about launching a new product, and it gives you a bit of insight which you can take advantage of. They also, where we have product review, you can also analyze the third-party product review. This also, this information helps you to determine what customer of your rivals like and dislike. Usually that you see comment online, on social media, web, in fact, especially for tech products. There are a lot of analysis online. When you have new products introduced to the market, people analyze it and compare this particular product to that product. Especially when you see Nokia, you see Samsung, you see iPhone, and even my own phone that I use, OnePlus. You see analysis about that. That gives you a bit of insight, to know what is the customer thinking about this product, and enable you to identify your own opportunity and weaknesses as a business organization. The next one I want to mention is pricing and packaging updates. Changes made to packaging and pricing also affect market campaigns. That is why it is crucial to share them with internal teams, or for instance, with sales. All right. So when you see new product, the way it's packaged, and you see pricing, different organizations use different pricing model. We call scheming, we call penetration, we call discounted, different pricing models. And then you can also use this as an advantage to know what your competitor is doing, and then be able to take advantage. And then also I want to talk about is what I call changing in positioning and messaging. All right, you will always see organizations also come out to pass across some informations that also gives some clue. Just yesterday or perhaps this morning, there have been information on social media saying Guinness is exiting Nigeria, and that's why they sold their company property at Obakran and all of that. And then I saw a rejoinder, a press statement from them today saying they are not exiting. They are still very much in Nigeria. In fact, they are building new factory that will be launched in a few days. They are introducing new. So that information can be an advantage to any company. So, oh, they have moved to this location. Oh, they have expanded. Oh, they are introduced. So you can take that, and that is the advantage, and that is the intelligence, what we call intelligent. All right, that you don't need to add to our own advantage. Now, let me also quickly go to the next discussion, which will be how to conduct competitive intelligence. And there are a few I'm going to share on how you can do that, or how you can take advantage, or perhaps really to conduct your own competitive intelligence, so that you can be able to have more information at your disposal to get. Okay, all right. To conduct competitive intelligence, there are about 6 steps you can take. The first one is to identify your direct and indirect competition. So this you can do by analyzing critical competitors, and those are not critical, they are not direct. And then the next one, number 2, is that you choose your main focus area. All right, you identify your main focus area. Number 3 is to gather the necessary information that are required. right, for your analysis. And then the fourth one is to conduct your competitive analysis. So you break down the data, the information you gather to see the specific one for your use. And then the next one, number 5, is to share this finding with your team. All right, so the necessary stakeholder of that organization, you share with them for them to also have their input and see the relevant usefulness of it. And then number 6 is to use the information to let your company benefit. So once you are able to do this one, and then make the actionable point activities out of the data that you have collated. So I will quickly go to the next one, which I call some best practices in competitive intelligence. So we call it competitive intelligence best practices. So companies, as you obtain customer trust, provide excellent customer experience and high quality product to be successful. However, the process takes time and effort and require collecting data about competitor and customer to know what to expect. So your customer intelligence is key since it allows business to gather and analyze the necessary information. So number 1, I'll say of the best practice that create competitive habits. Okay, so competitive intelligence, all right, enable you, all right, to collect data. Once when you have share competitive intel with your team, remember to do it wisely. Okay, in your team, much as everybody is expected to be on board and be involved and have the trust, but at the same time, you should be able to ensure that everybody have a clear understanding of what you intend to achieve, because this has to do with the success of your organization, of the business itself, as it were. So the next one I'll say is that provide relevant insight. Okay, the timing of the insight can sometimes be critical. For example, your company team can face a lack of necessary data. So when you are doing your competitive analysis, you should be able to have channel of communication, especially internally, that can help everybody to be brief, well informed, on time, adequately, with necessary information. And then also you need to be able to measure your wins and lose as a company. Once you are able to detect or identify some information that is where you are not doing well as an organization, and then where you are doing well, you should be able to critically analyze them and be honest with yourself. So at this point, I will then move to what I call the consumer insight. Remember I said earlier, you are doing this because these two stakeholders are very important to your business. The essence of your business is to satisfy your customer, and that is profitable at your profit. But you need to understand the business environment, the things that are happening around your business, so that you can be able to have an informed opinion, have an informed strategy. So at this point, I want to quickly talk about consumer insight. So when we say consumer insight, is an aggregation of different pieces of information about your customers' trends and behavior. All right. So in other words, I say it refers to different data sets that give you a distinct idea of who your customers are, why, what they want, and how they think or behave. All right. So it's an insight to understanding the interpretation of customer data, behavior, and feedback into a conclusion that can be used to improve product development and customer support. Okay, so this insight, okay, helps you to be able to understand or have clarity about things like why are sales down for a particular product, how likely are you to succeed in the new target audience, how is your brand perceived by the audience, what do customers think of a new or potential product you're about to launch, how can customers purchase more expensive item, upgrade or add-ons, and so on. So also it also helps you to understand how you can sell an existing product or service to your customers. It also helps you to increase conversion rate of your through your marketing campaigns, and you can also get great insight into the marketing or market analysis, as it were. So customer insight can be collected from a variety of sources. Again, remember when we talk about computers intelligence, so customer insight, customer services data, product and service review, market research, okay, can help you, and then the purchase history and the customer sentiment, you can also use that to gather information. Also, I also want to quickly mention these few things that some examples actually as to how customer insight helps. Okay, you can use e-commerce, Everybody try to do a lot of things these days online, and the e-commerce business are really gone very wide. You can exploit that and see through that avenue to see how the customer visit, the conversion rate of visit, how often are people interacting with the business online, including your website, okay, even when you are not into e-commerce activities or your social media platform. Technology also is another way to also gain customer insight. Technology these days has helped, and it's really helping a lot of business. So your business must be aided by technology, and that can help you to do a lot of activity, even including your campaign online. That can help. So why is customer insight important? And I will say very few of them. It provides a business, okay, with the opportunity to better personalize and tailor product to the needs and want and demand of their customers. So it helps you to really be able to do products based on what the customer want and not what you want to do, right? So it also helps you to have insight to expand your product service and offering. It helps you to know which of your product or line of business activities sells more. So also for those of us that are in product and in service industry, when you know the buffer of businesses you offer, you know which one, based on customer insight, to know which one sells more, which one you need to improve upon, and also help you to have a higher expectation when it comes to customer service. Do your customer service. It also help you to know whether you are doing well in terms of your customer engagement, customer interaction, and then be able to know. So what are the benefits of customer insight? And I'll quickly also mention that the benefits include predict churn rate, better understanding of future and expected revenue, and identify area where you can improve. So your customer churn rate, it helps you to improve your customer service, right? And know where to, and how to reduce the churning rate of customers. Okay, the next one I would say is that maximize customer lifetime value. Of course, so when you be able to understand and have insights to the behavior and the reason why customers act the way they are, so when you're able to have that understanding, it helps you to know how best to maintain good relationship, improve your interpersonal relationship with your customer, and also help you to deliver personalized value, give you specialized experience to your customers through the knowledge of what you have, and it also help you to plan for future because as your customer engage you, they patronize you, you likely be able to know what they want that you can also be able to promote for the future. It also help you in terms of your pricing strategy. So it helps to know how to be able to do your marketing strategy to be able to get best of your customer activity in terms of pricing as well, and also know when you should be able to launch out where your market are concentrated, where are activity of your market base, and that can also help you. All right, so and then I'll move to again how to use the customer insight. Okay, how do you use customer insight? Okay, so one, I said develop strategy for how to best present F center or support information. So you can have a customer touch point, feedback point, customer service activities. Also choose a type of product to focus on or expand in the future. Like I said earlier, when you have the customer insight, it helps you to know which of your product that can get better for the future activities, and update some of the features. Like some of our phone, as it were, you see that they send you update your software, because they know that there's more things that you want your phone to perform. And so because of this of customer insight, this is why some of these things happen, and it helps you to do that when you do that. I quickly mention also again some of the things I call as types of customer insight. We have the sales trend. Sales trend is a form of customer insight which you can leverage on your product, and data analysis also can help you as a form of types of customer insight. Feedback is a type of customer insight. The social demographic of your customers, where the result from customer interaction with different brand touch point helps you to profile your customer accurately. That also help you. Then personalized interest and lifestyle also help you to get a lot from your customer insight. So what are the best tools to use in getting some customer insight? Okay, we have talked about when we discuss about competitive intelligence, some tools you can use, but for the customer insight, you can leverage on observations. Okay, so sometimes we have what we call ghost buyer, or we call there's another name we use for them, that you send them to the market to go and do, like a fake buying. They just go there and just tend to buy the product to see how what happened at some of the shelf, at some of the modern market, to do some of those things. The name we call them skip me now, but you can do that. You can also attend trade fair and exhibitions to also be able to, right, be able to leverage on that, and use that too. Social media listening, sometimes you need to just Google your product online, or search for conversation around the product and see what people say about your product or services. That also can give you some feedback, and then you can get deliberately do your customer feedback form to also get that, and third party as well. So those are some of the tools you can use, all right, to get your customer insight. So conclusively, I'll say to you that if growing your business is just like going on a voyage, then customer insight is both the compass and the map that you need to take along to help you stay on track. Customer insight is the first step towards a very symbolic one-on-one customer relations that help organizations to strive to get better. So remember, your product isn't excellent until your customer agree that it is one. So it's not about, sometimes too, we shouldn't just get carried away when we make return or revenue, or we make good profit. You might be making profit, and before you know it, a lot of things are going wrong, and suddenly things begin to collapse, and you see a lot of that happen to a lot of brand, and it's over time. So it's very important to exploit these two strategy, the competitors intelligence and the customer insight. Remember, I said at the beginning, even as I wrap up now, both are very crucial. The essence of your competitors intelligence is because you can give more maximum satisfaction to your consumers, and for you to be able to give best to your consumer, you need to also understand what happened around the market, how your competitors are behaving, what new product are they introducing, and that's it, all right, will help you to gain a better insight into how you can give your customer or consumer more better product and services. On this note, I want to say thank you for listening to me. If there are any questions, you can drop it in the chat, you can drop it on the timeline. We attend to it, right, as soon as I see them. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.